Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome to another meal prep video. Today for breakfast prep, I'm making, for my husband, is going to be peanut butter and jelly protein overnight oats. And then for me, I'm going to do peanut butter and banana protein overnight oats. And then for lunch, it's going to be a slow cooker chicken, rice, and broccoli casserole. And then this week, no dinner kits to do, but I am going to put together some stir-fry vegetables for the week and then just a few snacks. If you're new to my channel, I follow the Weight Watchers program, so I do provide Weight Watcher points, but I also provide calories on my channel as well. As always, all the recipes will be linked down in the description box below, as well as the items that I use, like my meal prep containers and things like that. I always appreciate the thumbs up on my videos, and if you're new, I would love for you to be part of the family. So now let's jump right into this week's meal prep. Alright, so I'm throwing together some overnight oats, and I have overnight oat recipes on my website, but honestly I change them up every time. So my intent was to do the peanut butter and jelly overnight oats, but I'm all out of sugar-free jelly. So I'm going to do peanut butter and jelly for my husband. I've got some strawberry preserves that he can use on his. And then for mine, I'm going to do peanut butter and banana. So I actually love peanut butter and banana on rice cakes, so I'm going to do it in overnight oats instead. The other thing I'm doing that's different from the recipe on my website is using this pure protein vanilla milkshake. And I'm just going to use 4 ounces in each one. It's just going to give it a little bit extra protein compared to the unsweetened almond milk that I normally use. This is 11 ounces. I'm only going to be using 4 ounces in each one. And 4 ounces of this is 0 points, same as the unsweetened almond milk. So this has 11 ounces in it. I'm going to use 4 ounces in each one. So I'm going to be short of one. So in one of them, I'm just going to use some of the cake batter Premier Protein for my husband. So the total for mine using the banana is going to be 4 points and about 296 calories. So if you use jelly or anything else, make sure to add that. Also, I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar-free syrup to, not the ones with the cake batter because this one's really sweet, but the ones with the vanilla milkshake one, that one's not as sweet. So I'm just going to add a little bit of sugar-free syrup. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of the Lakanto brown sugar or some type of brown sugar sweetener, but I'm all out. So I'm just going to put a little bit in this instead. So we're going to put a half a cup of oats in each one. It'd be a lot easier if I used a measuring cup that would fit inside this. And it looks like I've got to buy some more oats. Then I'm going to add half a tablespoon of chia seeds. These Better Body Food chia seeds, for half a tablespoon, these are 0 points. So just add your dry ingredients first. Next, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of PB2. So this is basically the only thing that counts points is the oats. It's 3 points for the oats and 1 point for the 2 tablespoons of PB2. And then just mix together the dry ingredients. Next, I'm going to add in the protein drink. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh it out just so that I'm a little bit more accurate. So I'm just putting 4 ounces of the pure protein in each one. Alright, next I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and then about a half a tablespoon of the sugar-free syrup. I'm not going to put any in the one that I used the cake batter though. That's pretty sweet. And now just give those a stir, and then I'm just going to top them with a little bit of the strawberry preserves for my husband. And then for mine, I'm just going to put the bananas on them the day that I have them. And I wasn't even thinking, I probably shouldn't have put the sweetener in my husband's because he's having jelly with his. But it's going to be such a small amount of jelly. It's just a little bit on the top for him to stir it in. So for overnight oats, we eat ours cold, but you definitely can heat them up. Just heat them in the microwave for maybe 30 to 45 seconds. Sometimes if you don't like them as thick, because they will thicken, especially with the chia seeds in there. So if you don't like them so thick, you can just add a little bit of like unsweetened almond milk or something like that the day that you have them. So for this jelly, 1 tablespoon is 50 calories, but it does have 13 grams of sugar in it. So I don't even know what the points are on this, but this will add an additional 50 calories to my husband's. So calorie wise, this is going to be right around 350 for both, because I'm going to do a half a banana. These are pretty good sized bananas. So I'm going to do a half a banana. I'll say that's about 50 calories, 0 points. So for mine, it's going to be 4 points and about 350 calories. For my husband's, I don't know what the points are. It's 4 points for the oats plus whatever it is for the jelly. And then for calories, it's going to be about 350. So that's the peanut butter and jelly and peanut butter and banana overnight oats. For lunch today, I found this recipe online. This is from 365daysofcrockpot.com. This is slow cooker cheesy chicken, broccoli, and rice casserole. I wanted something very simple today, and that's what this is. So this goes in the slow cooker. The only thing I'm not going to do, I don't think I'm going to do cheese. We may just add cheese to it the day that we eat it. So without doing the cheese, the only thing we have to count on Weight Watchers is the brown rice. If you're counting calories, this is 376 calories per serving, and that's with using the cheese in it as well. So I doubled the recipe. The one that she has makes 4 to 6 servings, but I'm going to do 8 to 12. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it for 4 lunches, or we may just have it tonight for dinner and then have it throughout the week, or at least 3 days throughout the week. So here's what we need for the 8 to 12 servings. We're going to need 2 cups of minute brown rice. We also need 4 cups of chicken broth. I'm just using this chicken stock that I get from Aldi. We also need 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, a teaspoon of kosher salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and then 24 ounces of frozen broccoli florets. I've just got 2 bags. These bags have 12 ounces. They're just the broccoli florets I get from Walmart. And then salt and pepper to taste, and 4 cups of sharp cheddar cheese if you're using the cheese. I'm following the recipe as is, except like I said, I'm not going to do the cheese. And it calls for, with the double portion, it calls for 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. But I'm going to use 3 pounds of the chicken breast. So the first thing I'm doing is just cutting the chicken breasts into small pieces. I don't know if I'd really say they're bite-sized pieces, but small enough. I just want them all pretty much around the same size so that they cook evenly in the slow cooker. So now it's just a matter of throwing everything into the slow cooker. So I have my Instant Pot insert because my Instant Pot also has a slow cook function. So that's why I'm using that. I did spray my Instant Pot with some cooking spray. It doesn't say to do that, but I always like to do that just in case. All right, so let me show you how easy this is. First thing we're gonna do is take the 2 cups of rice, or however much rice you're using, pour it right in the bottom. Then just add in the 4 cups of chicken broth. Now, just kind of sprinkle the garlic over top, which is actually going to fall right down in the broth, but just kind of mix it around. And then I'm trying to add some pepper, but I think I'm about out of pepper. And then we want a teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to add the chicken. It says to spread it evenly over the top, but I mean, we've got a good amount of broth in there, so it's not really going to be over the top. I think as long as we just kind of make sure it's evenly distributed. And finally, the broccoli. Now, one thing I was reading in the comments was people asking if you could use fresh broccoli, because I normally don't have frozen broccoli. I usually do fresh vegetables. But I decided to do exactly the way that it calls for, the way that she does it. But you can always read the comments on a lot of recipes to see, you know, people ask different things. She said it does turn out, but I just decided to do the frozen. And if y'all can't tell, I love broccoli. So now, like I said, slow cook for 2 to 4 hours. I'm going to do the 4 hours. All right, we're going to take a look at, see what this looks like. It's been in there for about 3.5 hours. And it looks about done to me. So now if you wanted to add some cheese now you could, and then also put some on it after. But like I said, I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. And then we can just season it up or do whatever we want with it the day that we have it. All right, so this is how much it made. It's about 14 cups. So it's gonna be, each portion, if I split it into 8, is gonna be about 1 3/4 cups. So I thought about using converted rice instead of brown rice, but I didn't think the brown rice would be too mushy, and it's really not. It looks more than it actually is. Definitely don't recommend using white rice in a slow cooker. Make sure you get the parboiled or the converted rice. But the brown rice was okay. It's not too bad. So I'm just gonna portion about 1 3/4 cups into each of the meal prep containers. All right, so I've got those, and then I've got this much left that we'll have tonight. So this will thicken upon sitting. It already has been thickening. One thing with this, I thought it tasted a little bit bland, so I did add some Lowry seasoning salt. And then I thought, well, if worse comes to worse, we can add some teriyaki sauce or something. But my husband came in and tried it. He said it's got a lot of flavor. He loves it. So he said he would prefer just leave it the way it is. And then the day that we have it, he's just going to put some cheese over top of it. And he thinks that'll add just the right amount of flavor. So definitely I would say if you use the cheese, you should be fine. But if not, make sure to try it because it may be a little bit bland for your liking. So the way that it is right now, it's only 3 points. It's just 3 points for the brown rice. Everything else in it is 0. If you add cheese, that will increase it. And then for the calories, it was 367, but that was without the cheese. So I'm gonna guess right around 300 calories. Now I'm washing up a bunch of vegetables. I actually didn't even plan on doing this, and I got looking in my fridge. My sister was here for the last 10 days, so we went to our huge farmer's market and we were really stocked up. She is plant-based, and y'all know I love my fruits and vegetables, so we kind of went a little bit overboard with everything, and we didn't use it all up before she left because we ended up going out to dinner a couple nights. So I have some peppers, I have some zucchini, some yellow squash, I've got some snow peas here, I've got some carrot, and the other thing that I did is I had some broccoli. This was actually the broccoli that is already kind of cut up in a bag, so I want to make sure that doesn't go bad. So I went ahead and just cut the ends off, and I washed it real good and dried it real well. So Debbie had sent me a comment saying that she bought these, and is there a trick to doing them? So I don't do anything with these, honestly. I wash the vegetables. So it has these 2 compartments, which I really don't. I always leave this in there. So I wash the vegetables real well. Usually I use some vinegar water, but you can just use regular water. And then I always make sure to dry them real well. I put them on a towel and then just let them sit there for a little bit, and then take paper towels and dry them real well, and then put them in here and close it up. And if it's fruits, then you want to have the vents open, and then if it's vegetables, close them. So open for fruits and close for vegetables. What I'm going to do is just cut everything up and put them into bags and use them for stir fries. I bought this, I don't know if you can really see it. Let me try and lower my camera. It's just this little thing that sits on the edge of a drawer, and you push it in when you're not using it. You can, when I'm not using it, I don't have a bag in here, and you just pull it out. It's just to use like for a little garbage. I thought it was great for, you know, when you're cutting things up on your counter, just kind of wipe it in there. Or like I'm doing now, just peeling the carrots right into that. I'll link this down below. It was like $12. It's very cheap. Nothing big, nothing spectacular, but so far so good. I like it. For the carrots, I cut them all different ways. For the stir fry, I'm just gonna kind of put them into like fry shape, I guess you could say. And then I've got some that I've cut here, and I'm gonna use these for snacking. I do have a few baby carrots left. I have one thing of these with some baby carrots in it. So I'm definitely gonna want more because this is pretty much a daily snack of mine. So these ones I cut up, and I'm just gonna put these on a baking sheet because we're gonna just use them tonight. So I'm just gonna make some carrot fries, and I'll just slice up one potato that my husband and I will split and kind of mix that together. Got a piece there that's not. And then I haven't decided what we're gonna have for protein yet. So I'm just cutting all the vegetables up, and I'm just gonna put them in a bag and use them for stir fries. So just whatever vegetables that you have. My sister did that during the week when she was here while I was at work one day. She cut up a bunch of vegetables because I had mentioned that I love stir fry vegetables, but any that you buy in the store have water chestnuts. And my husband and I just cannot do water chestnuts. Just can't do them. So because I had mentioned that to her, she went ahead and cut up a bunch and made me like a freezer pack of stir fry vegetables. So I ended up cooking them up for dinner with some chicken and some sugar-free yum yum sauce. It was really good. All right, now just close up the bags and just kind of mix them up. And I almost forgot, I also had some extra broccoli. So remember I told you I put some broccoli in here. I also have that much left, so I'm gonna split this up between these two bags as well. Then you want to just flatten them and squeeze the air out. So what I'll do, I meal prep for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday we do something different. So I will probably make the stir fry veggies with some kind of protein later in the week, and then that way we'll have them for night. Each of these bags will last my husband and I for a dinner and then lunch the next day. So now the veggies are all cut up. I'll stick them in my freezer and they're ready to go the night I want to make them. So since I did the vegetables earlier, I've pretty much got my snacks done. So I have some carrots there that I'll have through the week. And then pretty much fruits and vegetables are my snacks. I have some pretzels here that I've portioned out. There's just 1 ounce in each one. So I know each bag is 3 points of those. And then I have a couple mandarin oranges left. I've got an apple left in my fridge. I've got some kiwi down there. And also one Dannon, I think this is the coconut one. I've got a Dannon Light and Fit toasted, toasted coconut vanilla. These are really good. And then if needed, I've got some Premier Protein in there. I have the cafe latte kind, the cake batter, and I think I have chocolate peanut butter in my fridge as well. I usually honestly just use those as needed. I've got some Bolthouse Farms ranch dressing for my carrots. You can have 2 tablespoons of that for 2 points or 50 calories. I've got some garlic hummus here. That's 1 point for 2 tablespoons. And then my bananas. So like I said, I'll have a half a banana with the oats, and then I may have another half a banana later in the day. And then my lunches, and there is our dinner portion. And I went ahead and added some reduced fat Mexican cheese to that. And like I said, no dinner kits this week, but I do have some veggies already cut up and my broccoli in there as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.